All right. So if our soil specimen is not consolidated, then we'll have an unconsolidated phase. And if during shearing or once we are applying load, if drainage is allowed, then we call it as a drain test. And if drainage is not allowed, then we call it as an undrained testing. So if you remember from the triaxial test, we know that at the end of the sample, we have a drainage valve. If the drainage valve is open, then water will come out. If it is not, then water will not come out. Okay. But basically, a test is called as undrained test if it is performed very quickly. And a drain test is a test where it is performed very slowly. Can you tell me how the rate of shear stress is going to affect the drain and undrained condition? जी बेटा. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Sir, question repeat करने की.
I said that the drained and undrained condition is the condition while you are shearing the sample, or in other words, when you are applying the load. So I told you that if the load is applied very quickly, we call that as a undrained test. And if the load is applied slowly and the drainage valve is open, then we call it as a drain test. So can you please enlighten that how this is relating to drain and undrained test, how the rate of strain, sorry, how the rate of stress is affecting the drainage of the soil specimen?
सर कंसोलिडेशन के लिए हमें स्टेडी कांस्टेंट और लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए जो है वो लोड अप्लाई करना पड़ता है ड्रेनेज के लिए इस वजह से.
Now, my question is, I am asking that when will I call a test a drain test and when will I call a test an undrained test?
सर जब लॉन्ग टर्म के लिए लोड लगेगा तो वो ड्रेन हो जाएगा, जब क्विकली अप्लाई करेंगे तो अनड्रेन, और जब वाल्व ओपन होना चाहिए हमारा उसमें ड्रेन में साथ.
बेटा मैं इसलिए पूछ रहा हूँ क्यों?
सर पोर प्रेशर जीरो करने के लिए.
पोर प्रेशर जो उसके लिए.
Okay, yes, please keep talking.
Yes. ड्रेन में हम पोर प्रेशर हम जीरो कर देते हैं ताकि कंसोलिडेशन हो सके.
That, okay, I understand that. But I said that even if the drainage valve is open in case of an undrained test, but the load is applied very quickly, even then we call it as a undrained test. Why?
सर वो इतनी जल्दी ड्रेन नहीं ना हो सकेगा, अगर उसकी जो है परमेबिलिटी कम है साइल की तो वो ड्रेन ही नहीं होगा इतनी जल्दी. अगर हम जल्दी जल्दी लोड अप्लाई कर देंगे तो अनड्रेन ही रहेगा.
Okay, we know from Tazagi's fundamental theory that we apply load, it results in increase in pore pressure in the soil specimen. If we do not allow that pore pressure to dissipate, then it will be an undrained testing. Okay, but if we apply the load very slowly, that means we apply load and then wait for the pore pressure to dissipate. Then we apply the next increment and then wait for the second pore pressure to dissipate. So in this way, if it takes too long, the CD test generally takes 7 to 14 days. So you can imagine, because the clay has very low permeability, so you can imagine that how long this test can take, that we apply the force and then wait for the excess pore pressure dissipate. So if we are taking this long time, then it is a drain test. And if it is an undrained testing, then we will be applying load very quickly. Okay? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
All right. So we discussed that the type of the test and the test condition will tell us that which test to use to define field condition. So let's talk about the UU test. We will see that in what field condition we will apply the UU test conditions. So imagine that this is the ground surface and you made an embankment on top. So this is the embankment that we made, and this embankment was made in a week. So in 1 week, this embankment was made. And then after, as soon as you complete the embankment, you suddenly start making a house. And let's say this house took 1 month to complete. So just after end of construction of the house, I want to know that after my house is completed, will my soil be stable or not? Then I will check this U test. So there can be a chance of shear failure along this plane. So to check the safety against, we will take soil sample from here and we will run UU test on the sample to check the stability in this case. So anyone can tell me why I am using the unconsolidated undrained testing to check the safety against strength?
सर इतनी जल्दी उसकी जो है वो कंसल्टेशन वगैरह और ड्रेनेज नहीं हुई होगी.
कंसोलिडेशन वगैरह नहीं, दोनों अलग अलग चीजें हैं ना.
यस सर.
So once we started the construction of embankment, if we do not wait for some time, then what will happen? The soil will not be consolidated under its own weight. It is just a fresh soil. Okay, so that is the first phase, that is consolidated, unconsolidated. In the second phase, we constructed the house immediately, and house is applying a vertical load that is going to fail the soil embankment. So that load is immediately, it is being constructed in one. I am checking its condition just after construction. So that means I am not giving any time for pore pressure dissipate after the construction of the house. Okay, so that's why it is a UU case. Any questions? Any questions?
सर हमारी जो कंसोलिडेटेड और अनकंसोलिडेटेड है वो कंफाइंड प्रेशर के ऊपर डिपेंड करेगा ना कि कंफाइंड प्रेशर में हमने उसे कंसोलिडेट करना है.
नहीं, of course not. Consolidation is a phenomenon, you know. In lab testing we are doing consolidation, but in real life in field you have to see if the soil is consolidated under weight or not.
Okay sir.
So if in the same example, if I wait for, let's say, 7 months after embankment construction, and then I start the house construction, then what case will I do? Check the stability of the house just after construction.
Consolidated undrained.
It will be a CU test because I have given the soil sample to consolidate under weight. The embankment in the soil has been consolidated under its own weight, so it's a consolidated phase. But the second phase, where we constructed the house, so I am checking its stability just after construction. So definitely the soil, to check the stability, we will do a CU test. And lastly, can you tell me when will I do a CD test?
कंस्ट्रक्शन के कंप्लीट होने के कुछ देर बाद, जब वो उसके अंदर मतलब ड्रेनेज वगैरह हो जाए, कंसीडरेबल टाइम हो जाए.
Check the long term stability. That means after 10 years, 20 years, I am interested in checking the long term stability. That after so many years, I gave time for soil to consolidate. Then after 7 to 8 months, I did the construction. But I want to know that after construction of the house, after maybe 7 to 8 years, or maybe 10 years, what will be the stability? So to check this long-term stability, we do a CD test. Any questions? Jibit, any questions?
सर ये CU टेस्ट के एक दफा दोबारा से बताइएगा.
Okay, why we do a CU test? If I have constructed the embankment and I now wait for 7 to 8 months, in that 7 to 8 months, what will happen? That the soil will consolidate under its own weight. All the excess pore pressure will be dissipated. Okay, so that's why the first phase will become consolidated. And because we are checking the stability just after the structure of the house, so that means we are not giving any time for pore pressure dissipate. So that's why it is a CU case. But in the same case, if you waited 7 months after construction of the embankment and then you constructed the houses, but you are waiting for maybe 7 to 8 years to check the stability. So in that time, all the excess pressure due to construction of the house has been generated, has been dissipated. So that's why that will be a CD case.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Take one other example. If we have a dam, so inside the dam we have a clay core. All right, and this is the water reservoir that the dam is supporting. So this is the clay core, and this is the water in the reservoir. Okay, so I want to check the stability of the I want to check the stability of the soil inside the core. I want to know the long-term stability of the soils in the core, or we also call that as steady state condition. So what test will I do to check the stability against shear failure? That can happen. Ji beta. It's, let's say, after 10 years of dam construction.
Sir, CU test.
After 10 years. क्यों CU क्यों होगा? जी बेटा.
सर क्योंकि वो कंसोलिडेट हो जाएगा वो आफ्टर अ लॉन्ग पीरियड.
All right, that's very right. That soil is consolidated, but in the second phase, how you say it's an undrained loading? Ji beta, the reservoir is exerting a load. Na? The reservoir is exerting a load on the soil specimen. So that reservoir is there for 10 years. जी बेटा, कौन सा आएगा after 10 years to check the stability? जी जी बेटा.
सर जो वाटर रिजर्वायर वो
जी यस.
सर जो वाटर रिजर्वायर है वो एक्ट कर रहा है सोल पार्टिकल सोल पे डायरेक्ट, तो वो उसको कंसोलिडेट करेगा ना वाटर जो वाटर रिजर्वायर है.
ठीक है ना, कंसोलिडेट होगी फाइल.
जी जी.
तो कौन सा केस लगे तो पूछ रहा हूं आपसे.
तो सर वो ड्रेन कंसोलिडेट नहीं लगेगा? ड्रेन कंसोलिडेट थर्ड.
सर अनड्रेन्ड आई थिंक.
अनड्रेन्ड क्यों आएगा बेटा, ये तो पूछ रहा हूं आपसे.
सर सराउंडिंग में वाटर है तो वो ड्रेन हो नहीं पाएगा.
जी जनाब. जी बेटा बताओ.
सर सराउंडिंग में वाटर है तो ड्रेन होना मुश्किल होगा.
नहीं, let me clear this out for you. ठहर जाओ, दोबारा से बताते हैं. So you started the construction of the dam. ठीक है, आपने डैम कंस्ट्रक्शन स्टार्ट की. All right, and you are placed the core. अब आप मुझे बताएं, जब कोर प्लेस हो रही होगी वो इट विल बी प्लेस लेयर बाय लेयर, ऐसे ही होगा ना?
यस सर.
So it takes maybe 7 to 8 years to construct a dam. So that's the same year, maybe 3 to 4 years to make the clay core. Okay. So under this long time, once you are adding the layer, the soil will be consolidating with time. The clay core, it will be consolidated under its sulfate. Okay.
Okay sir.
And then after all these years, what happened? You started to fill the reservoir very, very slowly. Okay. You started to fill the reservoir very slowly. Maybe it takes 3 to 4 years to fill the reservoir. Okay. So while you are filling the reservoir, so that means you are applying a shear force that is trying to fail the soil. ऐसे ही होगा ना? The water pressure inside the reservoir, it's a big reservoir, so this is going to fail the soil. and it can fail the soil in this direction. It can fail the dam. Okay? To check the safety against the dam, what test we will do? We will do a CD testing because it is a consolidated drain test. The load is applied very slowly and all the excess pore pressure inside the core would have been dissipated with time. Okay? So after 10 years or 7 years after construction of the dam, if I want to check the stability against failure of the core element, then I will do a CD testing. बात समझ आई?
Yes, sir.
So if in the same reservoir, due to any reason, due to flood or any reason, we have to lower the water table, okay, and that lowering just happens in 7 days maybe. So what case will you now apply to check the stability? जी बेटा.
So CU.
second वाला
CU
कर
sir.
लेंगे.
Obviously it is CU because clay is already consolidated, so that is the C phase, and U why undrained because this change in stress happened just in 7 days. So that's why all the pore pressure generated will be now converted to a U phase or undrained phase. Okay. Any questions?
सर हमारी जो कोर है ये जब ड्रेन हो जाएगी तो ये एक तरह से इम्परमिएबल हो जाएगी अप्रॉक्सीमेटली.
Yes, we try to make clay impermeable, huh? Because water will not pass from one side to the other side of the dam.
सर क्ले तो इम्परमिएबल होगी लेकिन क्ले के आगे जो हमने डैम वगैरह उसके इर्द गिर्द कंस्ट्रक्ट किया उसमें वाटर पास कर सकेगा.
जी, that is sandy portion, so it generally becomes it is saturated material. This portion is generally saturated.
सर जब पानी हमारा क्ले की जो हमारी कोर है उसके पास आएगा तो उससे अंदर मतलब वो फिर नहीं जा सकेगा कि दोबारा से हमें ड्रेन करना पड़ जाए या इस तरह की कुछ कंडीशन आ जाए.
क्या मतलब? So we have spillways ना, डैम के अंदर इस तरह बने होते हैं, आपके पास चैनल्स बने होते हैं. In the dams there are channels from which we drain the water if we want to, and we also have turbines here that generate electricity. ठीक है, समझ आ गई बात?
Yes sir.
All right, any questions for the application of the 3 tests? All right, so this represents a general test for a UU test. So in a UU test, we do not allow drainage in the start and we do not allow drainage at the end. So in a simple test, if the same soil is tested and the soil is saturated, then you will get a value of phi is equal to 0. This is the property of the UU test, unconsolidated undrained, that even if you check a sandy soil under UU testing, then it will give you a phi of 0 degrees. But the sample should be saturated. Okay, and if you have a partially saturated soil sample, then there will be change in the size of the Mohr circle. You see here it is initially it is smaller in size, and then once the saturation becomes 100%, then again the line becomes horizontal. Okay, in a UU test Please remember that it's very important to remember that either you test a C soil or either you test a phi soil, it will give you a phi is equal to 0, provided that the sample you are testing is 100% saturated. And if the sample is not 100% saturated, then it will have an initial different sloping line, and then afterward it will become horizontal. Any questions? जी बेटा, any questions? Hello, आवाज आ रही है बेटा?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So in so this was about UU. In a CU test, in this was UU test. Let's go to a UU test. ये आ गया CD आ गया. Okay, in a CU test, in the initial phase of the test, we are consolidating the soil specimen. So that means all the excess pore pressure will be dissipated. So delta U will be 0 in the first phase. That is the consolidation phase. But in the second phase, we do not allow any pore pressure dissipate. So that means increase in pore pressure will not be equal to 0. It will have some values. Okay. So this is the common diagram for a CU test. And lastly, in a CD test, in the two stages, in the first stage, we will have pore pressure of 0. And in the second phase, we again will have a pore pressure value of 0 because we are dissipating any excess pore water pressure. So this is CD testing. Any questions? जी बेटा.
सर सीडी में कोहेजन 0 होगी?
नहीं, पोर प्रेशर की वैल्यू 0 होगी
सीडी में. तो वो ओरिजिन से पास कर रही है लाइन.
नहीं, ये जस्ट एक एग्जांपल है. इट्स नॉट नेसेसरी.
ओके सर.
ऑलराइट, सो once we do triaxial testing, we know that we have to check a soil in 3 different samples. अगर आपने किसी soil का parameter, shear strength parameter find out करने हैं by using a triaxial test, so we have to prepare 3 soil samples of the same soil and we apply different sigma 3 values. ठीक है, यानी उसमें sigma 3 पहले टेस्ट में हम different यूज करेंगे, कम फिर इंक्रीज करेंगे और फिर इंक्रीज करेंगे. ठीक है. Any question about this? We apply sigma 1 and we apply sigma 3 in the triaxial test. Okay, and then we will plot that on a Mohr circle sheet. So ये आपने पहले टेस्ट किया, आपके पास Mohr circle आ गया. Then what you do in the second test, let's say पहले टेस्ट में sigma 3 आपके पास 10 था, then you do the next test on the same soil, but this time keep sigma 3 of 20. ये सिर्फ example है, it's not necessary. And in the last sets, let's say we applied a normal pore pressure of 30. So here sigma 1, sigma 3, sigma 1, and then this will the first Mohr circle. For the second sample, Mohr circle will be plotted something like this, and lastly the Mohr circle will be plotted like this. Okay, and then you will use a scale to join all the point of tangencies. Draw a line touching all the circles almost. So this y-intercept is the cohesion and phi is the angle of internal friction. Any questions about this? जी बेटा.
सर इस तरह तो हमारे लोड चेंज करने की वजह से ये जो फाई है ये भी चेंज नहीं हो जाएगा?
No, it will only because you are changing the normal load, so that's why you are getting a sloping line, because you have to check for the tangency points. ठीक है.
ओके सर. सर अगर इसमें हम सिग्मा 1 और सिग्मा 3 वगैरह को वेरी करते जाए जिस तरह दिला, तो फिर भी यही स्लोप हमारी रहेगी?
Of course, yes.
ओके सर.
So this is called as a total stress analysis. Total stress analysis, and these C and phi are called as total stress parameters. Okay, you know that we can measure pore pressure in case of the triaxial testing. So if you can measure pore pressure at any time of the test, and if you remember from GeoTech 1 that effective stress is equal to total stress minus pore water pressure. ऐसे ही है?
Yes, sir.
So if I find effective stress, it will be total stress minus pore pressure, and effective minus principal stress, it will be pore pressure minus sigma 3 minus pore pressure. If I use these effective stress values to plot the Mohr circle, we call it as effective stress analysis, or we call that as a drained analysis. The parameter we'll get are C, phi, C and C dash and phi dash. Okay. So for the same test that you've already performed, do the undrained testing by simply subtracting U from the values sigma 1 and sigma 3. So this is how it will be plotted. Okay. So what we will do now, we will join all the 3 points. So where it intersects the y-axis, that will be C dash, and the angle of this line would be phi dash. So C dash and phi dash are the drain strength parameters, or the effective analysis parameters. Any questions? जी बेटा. So this has been explained very well in this diagram. The blue colored is showing you the total stress circle by simply plotting sigma 1 and sigma 3 for the 2 tests, and the purple color is showing us the effective stress Mohr circles where they were plotted by subtracting pore pressures in value of sigma 1 and sigma 3. Okay, so if you join a line by making tangents, it will give you total stress analysis if the blue ones, and if you join a line by making joining point of tangencies for the purple circles, we will get the drain strength envelope. Okay, these are also called as Mohr failure envelope, or drain strength envelope, or undrained strength envelope. Any questions?
सर जो हमने पोर प्रेशर की वैल्यू माइनस करनी है वो हम वैल्यू किधर से लेंगे?
From triaxial testing, you can find out there is a gauge that also tells you the value of the pore pressure at the time, at any time you want.
Okay, sir.
All right. So still talking about this direct shear test, about the triaxial testing. We know that at the start of the test, what we do, we apply sigma, because this is in the chamber, so we apply sigma 3. So that sigma 3 is applied from all the sides. ठीक है? ऐसे ही होता है ना?
Yes, sir.
So once we start applying the vertical load on the specimen, so that load is called as deviator stress, and it is represented by delta sigma, and its value is equal to sigma 1 minus sigma 3. Why is it called sigma 1 minus sigma 3? Because this is being applied in addition to the major principal stress. हम जैसे डायग्राम बनाते हैं, what we do, we call it a sigma 1 and sigma 3. Okay, लेकिन इस केस में आपके पास already sigma 3 लग रहा था, so the value that you're writing are in addition to sigma 3. So that's why the vertical load that you apply during the test is called as deviator stress, and it is equal to sigma 1 minus sigma 3 because it is addition of sigma 3. So anytime you want to find out sigma 1 major principal stress to plot the Mohr circle, it will be equal to simply delta sigma plus sigma 3, the additional load that we applied and the already applied load of sigma 3. Any questions?
सर इसमें जब हम 3 सैंपल प्रिपेयर करके उनके ऊपर अलग अलग टेस्ट करेंगे तो हम सिग्मा 1 और सिग्मा 3 दोनों की वैल्यू चेंज करेंगे या सिर्फ सिग्मा 3 को वेरी करेंगे?
बेटा, you only change sigma 3 So automatically your sigma 1 will change.
Okay, sir.
All right, so we learned so far direct shear test and triaxial testing. Similarly, there is another test that is used to find out the undrained shear strength of the soil sample, that is called as the वेन shear test. ये में आपको याद है ना वो फर्क दोनों अनकन्फाइंड compressive strength और undrained shear strength का?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this vein shear test also helps us to find out the undrained shear strength in the soil, but this test is only for soft cohesive soils, not for hard ones. Okay. So what we do in this test is that we take a vein, और vein की शक्ल कैसी होती है? It is just like a cross. अगर मैं इसको 3D में बनाऊं, okay, so it is in this form. Okay, so this is attached to a rod, and what we do, we insert it inside the soil specimen and we try to rotate this vein. So the resistance offered to the vein against this rotation movement will give us the shear strength of the soil. So this is the lab apparatus. आप देखें, you have inserted this vein inside the soil specimen and you start rotating the vein. So initially, due to the frictional surface, due to the shear strength, the vein will not move and the torque will increase. It will fail once the vein starts moving. So we know that value, and that value can be used to find out the cohesion by this equation shown here. The same test can be done in the lab. You see here the person standing, he has inserted the vein up to the desired depth, and then he is giving the torque, and from the equation once again you can find out the undrained shear strength of the soil specimen. Any questions for the vein shear test? जी बेटा, any questions?
सर ये जो फार्मूलाज हैं इनकी डेरिवेशन करने की तो जरूरत नहीं, सिंपली हम इनके मतलब मेमोराइज कर सकते हैं।
ये जो वेन shear टेस्ट है इसको तो बस आप देख लें, इसको याद करने की जरूरत नहीं है।
ओके सर।
Okay, now we come to the last part of the lecture that is very important, especially in case of numericals. Okay, so in this what we will do, we have learned so far that, okay, I'll draw a typical diagram for a triaxial test. So this is a triaxial test setup. So this is normal stress, this is shear stress, and you performed triaxial test and you found out the C and phi values. So let's say we just assume one Mohr circle. This is the center of the Mohr circle. This is the origin O of the graph. Okay, so we know that this is angle phi and this is cohesion. Now this point here, where point of tangency, let's call this point E. So this point E, the value of normal stress, that is this much, and the value of shear stress. So this is what we require, because if you remember that we told you that the failure plane is oriented at an angle of alpha. This is sigma 1, this is sigma 3, and we are interested to find out the value of normal stress and shear stress on the soil specimen. Okay? Normal stress and shear stress at the failure plane at the time of failure. Okay? So this is eventually what we want, sigma and tau, for the triaxial test that we perform. Okay, and I have shown on the Mohr circle that what are the values of sigma n. जी बेटा, any questions so far?
सर इधर ये जो हमारा सिग्मा एन और टा है, ये अगर मोहर सर्कल चेंज करेंगे तो इसकी वैल्यू भी चेंज हो जाएगी फिर हमारी?
Obviously.
तो सर ये फिर किसी
बेटा वन मोर सर्कल वन टेस्ट. तो मैंने कोई भी एक टेस्ट रन किया है, मुझे उसकी सी और फाई पता थी, तो आई हैव ऑलरेडी ड्रॉन. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज मोहर फेलियर एनवेलप. ओके जी बेटा.
सर
So if a Mohr circle is plotted below the Mohr failure envelope, then soil is stable, the sample is stable. But as soon as the Mohr circle touches the failure envelope, that means the sample has failed, and the point of tangency of the Mohr failure plane and the Mohr circle is the coordinates of the sigma and tau for the failure plane at the time of failure. ठीक है? जी बेटा. Yes. Any questions? आवाज आ रही कि नहीं आ रही है जी, तो बता दो.
सर आ रही है.
Yes sir, आ रही है.
Correct. Now let me draw a line from this point, failure point, to the center of the Mohr circle. According to Mohr, he says that this value, this angle is 2 alpha, 2 times the angle of inclination of the failure plane. ठीक है? So can you tell me what is the value of this angle?
-2 alpha.
Okay, very right. So let's call this point as B, where it is touching the Mohr circle. I have drawn a straight line from point E to the x-axis, and I call that point as B. So if you look at the figure, so I am interested to find out OB because that is equal to sigma n. ऐसे ही है?
Yes sir.
Can I write this equal to OC minus BC?
Yes sir.
Now what is OC? OC is the center of the Mohr circle. And this equation we remember sigma 1 plus sigma 3 by 2. ऐसे ही है?
Yes sir.
All right. So now consider triangle BCE. So in triangle BCE, sine of 180 minus 2 alpha, sorry, cos of, it is equal to किसके बराबर होगा? जी बेटा हरी आप बताओ. बेस और हाइपोटेन्यूज.
Yes sir.
BC over EC. So from here I can say that BC is equal to EC into cos of 180 minus 2 alpha. Now from geometry, this can be written as minus EC into cos of 2 alpha. Okay. So EC, can you tell me what is EC? जी बेटा.
Sir radius.
Okay, and its formula is sigma 1 minus sigma 3 by 2. So from here, I can say that this is equal to sigma 1 minus sigma 3 by 2 into cos of 2 alpha with a minus sign. So now plugging the equation values here. So normal stress is equal to OC was sigma 1 plus sigma 3 by 2 plus sigma 1 minus sigma 3 by 2 into cos 2 alpha. So this is the formula to find out the normal stress on the failure plane at time of failure, if you know the sigma 1, sigma 3 value and angle of inclination of the failure plane alpha. जी बेटा, any questions?
सर इस टेस्ट में हम जितनी बार भी टेस्ट रन करेंगे जो हमारा सैंपल है उसको फेल करने तक रन करेंगे ना, जो भी
Yes,
हमारी
good.
जो
जी हाँ
है
जी,
सिग्मा 3 वगैरह की कंडीशन है.
जी हाँ जी.
ओके सर.
And according to Mohr, alpha is equal to 45 degree plus 5 by 2. This is also important to remember. Remember this equation and remember this equation for exam purposes also. Okay. Alpha is equal to 45 degree plus 5 by 2. Okay. Now in the same triangle BCE, can you tell me what is the value of sine 180 minus 2 alpha? जी बेटा.
सर BE over EC.
Yes, perpendicular over hypotenuse. So BE is the thing we want to achieve because BE is equal to the shear stress. You look from the figure, this is the shear stress that we are interested in. So that is equal to EC into sine of 180 minus 2 alpha. That is also equal to EC of sine 2 alpha. Now now putting in the values of EC. EC is the radius of the Mohr circle. So shear stress is equal to sigma 1 minus sigma 3 by 2 into sine 2 alpha. So this is the equation for finding out shear stress on the failure plane at the time of failure. Any questions? Ji beta. So you have to remember the values, remember the formulas, remember the derivation. Okay. So if an exam formula will not be given, you have to remember them. Okay. Any questions, beta?
सर इसमें हम 3 बार अगर टेस्ट कर रहे हैं तो टा की वैल्यू और सिग्मा की वैल्यू वो डिफरेंट आएगी या सेम आएगी?
फर्क आएगी ना.
तो सर तो हमारी सेम ही है, तो वो फिर उसकी वो जो shear strength वगैरह वो तो सेम नहीं रही.
Yes, C5 will remain same, but shear sigma stress, normal stress and shear stress will change. ठीक है?
ओके सर.
All right. So if we have a soil that is having a C0, then what will happen to this diagram? If our soil has a C value of 0, then the failure starts from origin.
के ऊपर आ जाएगा.
Okay, so angle inclination is phi. So if you have a Mohr circle, so it will go. Let's this be the center. Okay. So this is point E, point of tangency. So now if I draw a perpendicular from that point, this is a perpendicular. So in this triangle OEC, this is also phi. ऐसा ही है ना? So sine of phi is equal to EC over OC. ठीक है? Sine of phi is equal to EC over OC. EC is the radius of the Mohr circle. किसके बराबर है वो? And OC is sigma 1 plus sigma 3 by 2. 2 will cancel out. It will be equal to sigma 1 minus sigma 3 over sigma 1 plus sigma 3. Now we rearrange the equations. So taking comments. So at the end, we can say that so this is very important derivation, and you also have to remember this formula that for a purely frictional soil where C is 0, we can find out sigma and sigma 3 by 1 plus sine alpha or 1 minus sine alpha. Any questions, beta?
No, sir.
Okay, that concludes our course for shear strength. So I will hand you over a problem sheet that you can use to solve the numericals. Okay. All right.
ओके सर सर और
ओके
इस
सर।
जो आपने सारे टॉपिक्स कवर करवाए इसकी आप स्लाइड्स देंगे या बुक से करना होगा?
ये खुद करना होगा। मैं इसकी वीडियोस आपको लेक्चर की वीडियो भेज देता हूँ, ठीक है? और आई विल ट्राई टू सेंड यू दी व्हाइट बोर्ड फाइल आल्सो, ठीक है?
ओके सर। और सर वो लेबोरेटरी
जी जी।
सर लैब का भी बता दें, लैब का भी बता दें सर। वो जॉब साथ साथ लिखनी है, शॉर्ट फॉर्म में बनानी है, मैनुअल पे लिखना है, क्या करना है उसका?
अभी आप उसको ठहर जाए, अगला वीक देख लो ना। वी विल सी कि अगली वीक क्लास खुलती कि नहीं खुलती, ठीक है? देन वी विल डिसाइड व्हाट टू डू।
ओके सर।
ऑलराइट, दैट्स इट फॉर टुडे। थैंक यू वेरी मच।
सर
जी बेटा पूछो।
सर वो जो आप प्रॉब्लम शीट सेंड करेंगे उसके साथ आंसर वगैरह भी होंगे या वो फिर हम आपस में मैच करके चेक कर लें?
खुद करोगे जाहिर है।
ओके सर।
ओके जी, इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चन रिलेटेड टू दैट तो आप उसको व्हाट्सएप पे पूछ सकते हैं, ठीक है?
ओके सर।
ओके
सर वो प्राइवेसी लगी हुई है व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप को, सर वो रिमूव करवा दें फिर।
वो सीआर को कहो ना, क्यों रिमूव कराऊं? सीआर को भेजो, मुझे भेजेगा, ठीक है? आप वैसे अलग से भी बेटा मुझसे पूछ सकते हैं, ठीक है?
ओके सर, थैंक यू।
ओके जी, अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
हेलो हेलो सरफराज, हेलो। कोई बचा ही नहीं है। क्या